Welcome to the Brewers Guild. This week, the Dangerous Belgian. The Brewers Guild would like to thank Brewers Connection for helping us get started and encourage you to stop by for all your brewing needs. Hello. Are you ready to brew? You're going to need plenty of gloves. Sanitation is important. Do you have your gloves? You're also going to need something to brew in. This 32-quart tamale steamer works for us. It should work for you. Eventually, you'll need a fermenting vessel. This one comes with an attached pour spout that opens and closes for easy pouring later. Check inside. Is it clean and capable of storing your fermentation? That's a good start. Do you have a unidirectional airflow device that fits into the top of your fermenter? It should look like this, but cleaner. Fortunately for us, we have a new one to replace it with. We also have a new bung. This shall replace that, and everything will be clean and sanitized. Speaking of sanitized, do you have a bucket in which to prepare your sanitizing solution? This 5-gallon bucket should work well. It is clean and ready to go. A hydrometer will be required at some point. With a hydrometer, you can measure the specific gravity of your solution. At the time of bottling, you may use a bottling device such as this pouring tube. Attaching to the pour spout, you will insert the bottle, fill the tube to that level, then withdraw the tube, capping the bottle. Priming sugar will also be required at that time. For now, however, make sure you have a nice spoon or slotted spatula for stirring. Iodine solution for sanitation. Use caution, it is caustic. Keep out of reach of children. The magical ingredient for brewing is the yeast. Safe Brew T58 shall be used. This dangerous Belgian brew calls for 2 ounces of German Hallertau hops and 1 ounce of Tettnang hops. It shall also require the use of brew salts. This sulfate blend shall be added to the mash early, whereas this Irish moss shall be added at the very end. Light candy sugar will be required early, and of course, golden light malt. We are using 2 bags of 3-pound malt, 6 pounds total. It is always a good idea to organize your materials. Your pod, your malt, your salts, your hops, your other hops, your sulfate, Irish moss, yeast, and cleaning solution. Don't forget your fermenter. And it's always a good idea to maintain a brewing journal. Begin by preparing your iodine solution. Remember, it is caustic. Fill 5 gallons of water with 1 ounce of iodine. Pour some of the sanitizing solution into your fermenter. Close the lid. Make sure it's on snug. And shake the solution around to sanitize the interior. Pour some of the solution into your brewing vessel as well. Again, close the lid and shake it up so that the iodine solution sanitizes the entire brewing apparatus. After rinsing, fill your brewing vessel with 2 gallons of filtered water. Your first ingredient is the sulfate blend. Begin by sanitizing the package it came in completely, cutting the top with sanitized scissors, and adding it to your vessel. Next, take your light candy sugar and sanitize it as well. There's always bacteria on the bags of these items. It is wise to sanitize all ingredients before adding them to your brew. Drop it into your solution. Yes, even your malt needs to be sanitized. Both bags. Afterwards, cut the top and pour into your solution. It's helpful to have a partner. Each of you can deposit one bag into the storing vessel. Once these ingredients are included, be sure to sanitize your stirring spoon and/or spatula. Open the lid and begin to combine the ingredients. Here's what it looks like at first. It may be difficult to stir, but keep at it. You're almost there. Yes, it takes a lot of work. Figure eights help. Over time, you'll see all ingredients combine until they look like this. Bring your mixture to a slow boil, not a heavy one. It should look like this. Now is the time to add your first ounce of hops. Be sure to sanitize it. Good job, Johnny. Now add the hops. Stir until they dissolve, and lightly boil for 20 minutes, stirring occasionally. Sometimes during the brewing process, you may notice that the hops have clung to the side of the vessel during a boiling period. If this happens, don't worry. Simply scrape them into the vessel or gently whisk them away. "20 minutes later, take the next bag of 1 ounce hops. Be sure to sanitize it and add it into the vessel. This is the second bag of hops. Stir until it is completely dissolved. Cover, and stirring occasionally, wait an additional 20 minutes. At that point, you'll want to use the German Teton hop. You're almost there. At this point, you will also want to add the Irish moss, after first sanitizing it, of course. Yes, the Irish moss. At just the right time for just the right flavor. Continue stirring intermittently for an additional 15 minutes. That's 15 minutes. After that, turn off the heat. Combine with 2 pounds of cold water, in this case, filtered ice. It's a quick trick you might use at home to save time. If you run out of pot holders, be sure to use your local Major League Baseball National League affiliated programs Beer Cozy and get a like-minded friend to help you with this difficult next part. And pour your mash into the fermenter. Don't force it. Better to regrip once and pour twice than to pour all over your kitchen floor, even once. Attaboy, Johnny. Now stir dissolve the ice within the mixture. You're so close to being done. Don't lose focus now. When completely dissolved, close the top and wait an additional 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Don't forget your unidirectional air device. 10 minutes later, sanitize your yeast packing. Double check the temperature. And if underneath 80 degrees Fahrenheit, add your yeast to your fermenting vessel. You may immediately see some blooming of your yeast. The magic is about to begin. Gently incorporate the yeast into your mixture. Use short, choppy strokes to avoid getting your yeast on the side of the vessel walls. Once incorporated, you're done. Just lid it up and get ready to wait.
Wait a minute. What's the specific gravity?
Easy, angry baby. We checked that too. Allow your hydrometer to float in the mixture and pull it out. It is currently at 1.060. Our target will be 1.010. Return the lid to the fermenter and secure it tightly. Don't forget your unidirectional airflow device, this time the clean one. Remember our target gravity. Store this in a cool, dry place for 1 to 2 weeks. Thank you again to the Brewers Connection for making this possible. In 2 weeks, we will be putting together a bottling video. Thank you for joining the Brewers Guild.